Alright, we are ready to go. I don't know, y'all. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm gonna wait for this song to finish. I love me some soundtracks. It's almost over. There we go. That's a nice ending for that. Alright, so, here we are. Beginning day 1. Turnabout Sisters. Oh gosh, that's high. That was really high in my ears. Beep. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia! I turn down this a little bit. I know who these characters are, so I have a particular, I need to decide what kind of voices to give them. Mia, what's up? You haven't called me in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Just sound a little bit more. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey! I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. I know I got some of those voices backward, but when I read it in my mind, it didn't. Some of the lines didn't compute, but that's just me. Hey there, Jareth. Reese, I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to say hi to you. See, conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. I'm so happy y'all are here. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye and Company Law Offices. There we go. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You're not conscious of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. red, white, blue. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye and Company Law Offices. One day I will say that correctly. Uh-oh. I'm late. Huh. That's strange. The chief must have gone home already. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I forgot about this part. Alright, so let me examine something. Alright. I smell blood. That can't be good. I checked the open door just now. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. What's going on here? I honestly don't even know where to begin. I don't see anything except the open door. Fine. Let's go back. Let's move. Office. Oh crap. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? That strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was so warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was cold. Chief. I forgot how quickly this game picked up. Alright. There's a lot of stuff I have to look at here. No clues here. Okay. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. What about this window? There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. That's a play on the Watergate Hotel, by the way. If any of y'all don't know, American history, President Nixon, go back to the 70s, it's a pretty important point. Let's see here. What else? Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The Thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Okay. The Thinker has been added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass slide stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Let's see. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. A receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. I feel like there's more I could find. Huh. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. That model would be especially ancient now, considering CRTs are not in use at all anymore. Okay. Yeah, the chief's chair. I'm really just kind of looking for anything that could have any words attached to it at all, you know, even if it isn't going to go in the case file. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Okay. Perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Oop. Didn't mean to click that. Okay, let's see. Right. I'd better call the police. That's funny. I think the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please! Come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Oh, great. Great. Oh yeah, the hotel, alright. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I'd better not use it. So what else is there to examine? Could there be something... I think I already looked at that. Yeah, that's the documents. Let's go back out to the main office. Oh, that girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yikes! Don't scare me like that! Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So, Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Alright, let us present the receipt. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Oh, why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Oh, crap. The police! It sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. Actually, it's not an odd name, but in the world of police detective novels and movies and such, all the terms escape me right now. You know, dating all the way back to the 40s. Gumshoe was the name of usually a police officer. Specifically a beat walker, I believe. Let's see. But he's saying that in this story, that's his given name, so at least his last name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me! Eek! The word Maya mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? I can't use the right accent, I suck, I'm sorry. With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Whoa. Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you gonna be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Nope, I'm not saying the bottom. I really feel like there is no choice in this situation. We already know what we walked in on, what we saw, and how this flippin' no good quote-unquote detective decided he was going to accuse her of the murder. So, sorry, something in my face. So yeah, of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. But what's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trouble you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Yeah, Jarrett, the storyline is intense. I don't really think there's anything in here to examine, but I'm going to anyway. Smile for the camera. Right? Okay, let's look. Maybe something about the police officer to notice. The guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Let's see here. No clues here. No clues there, and really nothing about this chair either. Alright. Is there anything we can present? Alright, what about the attorney's badge? Sorry, I've never seen that before. Oh, yeah, of course. What about the thinker? I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this now. Okay. I don't think she's gonna know anything about the glass, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought those were pieces of a broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. That sounds important. What about this? Remember that receipt? Excuse me. You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? Nah, I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... that detective thinks I did it. Huh. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Okay. Alright, let's look at the day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like a thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been an evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Alright. Let's get to that cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Why is that unchecked? Let's talk about the day of the crime again. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go back and talk about the sister. Hold on to a piece of evidence. That's the thinker. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. Talking about the clock. Let's see. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Excellent. Okay, now to spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So, Bia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? See, here's the thing. We did say that we were going to be her attorney, right? And now she's bringing up, clearly, you know, another lawyer's information. If she doesn't want us to represent her, then what are we going to say, right? I feel like I have no choice but to accept. There really isn't anything else to be done there, I would say. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow. At 10. Oh, what? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Alright. Let's move. Grossberg Law Offices. Okay. Pretty traditional for what I would think of a law office. Well, here we go. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Well, before I leave, let's look around. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Alright, let's see this. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. And this? That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I'll be honest, like, they did a really impressive job, you know, getting I'm sorry. Words are leaving my brain. They did an impressive job with the pixel art for that painting. Really the whole game, but for the painting, yeah. It does give the impression of what was just said. Huh. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Oh, that's a shame. What about this chair? Can I get anything out of the chair? Nope, it's all one big piece. What about the rug? Nope. Alright. Let's move. I don't think there'd be anything else at the law office. I'm gonna go back anyway. September 6th, Fay and Company law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait. You're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the name wrong. Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Alright, it's Detective Gumshoe, but Detective Suede Shoes and Detective Gumtree. No, Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on! That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick! Get over here! Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you've got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Let's talk. About Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report. But that's all. Alright, we got the autopsy report. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Oh, why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I still can't decide how to get Gumshoe's voice because I just don't have enough variation. I know what he sounds like in my head, but I can't make my throat do it, so I keep trying. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. There. Alright. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I only know him because I played the game before. I'm gonna say yes just to cover my ass anyway. Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. And of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Well, crap. Can I present anything to him? What about the glass shards? There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. But this is the first time anybody's hearing about such a stand. I'm finding that interesting. Alright, so what about this? I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. Huh. That'll probably come up again later. What about that? I need to find out about the cell phone. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh. He's on to me. Tell him straight or tell him not so straight. I don't understand the problem with telling him straight. Why would I change evidence? I don't understand. I guess I'm just too naive about the world. What about Tulcher? If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're not trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all. It seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. That's probably in our favor. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. And I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes. Thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with her lawyery ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. That's her name. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? Nah, you're trying your lawyery tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. That's what happens when you're way too sure of yourself. Alright, let's get out of here. September 6th, Great Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Oh wow, this particular piece of artwork's a little bit dated. The music fits her though. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can be the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Let's see. I see something to examine. Because it is in lighter pixels than everything else. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a moment there. Ah, I know a better way to read her next time she does that. Okay, I wonder what could be inside the drawer. I want to see something else. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay and Company Law Office building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. What's that? A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. I wouldn't doubt that. What's up with that? Alright. Let's talk. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I'd like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Let's see. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. and you had your little hopes up, didn't you? I can't read straight. Oh boy. Let's see. Sorry about that. It's kind of been a painful day. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh, no, not me. I am just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Alright, it's rather clear that she's been, put in a position to shove us off at every opportunity. She is clearly not really... Yeah, her mind is not anywhere about what she saw yesterday. She really seems to have an agenda, so... And I say that because of how incredibly anti-lawyer she is. Like, it's really interesting. I wonder what happened if I present something. Well, she couldn't have really seen anything. I wouldn't have seen anything. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try the autopsy report. Let's try this. Excuse me, but I'm a witness? Police witness? You understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness. It's just like the movie. Yeah, she's... Let's go. I'm gonna try the law office one more time. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it! Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go on taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Is it even worth going through any of these buttons? Your refusal, fine, let's talk. How could you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have the time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. Oh. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt would take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? About Mia. How did you know Miss Fay? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. Mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. What about that painting? That's quite a painting. Ha! You noticed? It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. Nope, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. I don't know if it has a rosy view of lawyering. Right now, it's like there's all kinds of people being shady. Like, let's see here. Very sorry. I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Yeah, there's really nothing else to show him. Let's move. September 6th, 3:42 p.m., Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hiya. Oh! Excuse me. You're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well... What do I tell her? Well, see... Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Nope. You have not. You have not been abandoned. Sorry. I've never seen that before. Well, you're seeing it today. I already decided what I'm doing. Day of the crime, let's go. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive. Alright. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say that ESP runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. Huh. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my ESP. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Alright, what about the mother's enemy? So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, They didn't use a spare medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium and all had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Hell no. We're defending Maya. I'm not even questioning that. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... someone else is the culprit. That's really the front and back of it. Somebody else is the culprit. You aren't the culprit. Someone else is. How do you know? I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior. Was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there. A long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. I didn't say that with a good inflection. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Huh. We've gone through all the talking points. I'm gonna see if presenting the badge does anything else. Yeah, I know you've never seen it before. Let's talk about your phone. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Really, there's nothing more to add. Remember that receipt? Oh, you mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? Yes, I do trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. Okay, so this is a lot of repeated stuff based on each individual object. She assumes there was a stand there as well. Good luck, thinker. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Yeah, okay, so there isn't... I already listened to that. Really has nothing to say about the report. Already got that answer. Huh. There were, I'm missing something here. Huh. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has gone home. The police are still keeping themselves busy in the chief's office. No one has time to talk to me. Guess I'll head out. Sounds like a good way to get stuck in the game. The sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Phone. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is... Mia. Sorry. Okay, what about this picture? An old movie poster. Apparently, this is the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. And... what about these? There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Opposite to her mentor. I know I'm missing something here. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Which is a very sucky thought. Okay. How's everybody holding up? Okay, I think I've used up everything I can. About everything I can. What am I missing? Oh. Who's this? Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me. You are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. Oops, there's no mouse. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Ah! You came back real quick. Might I ask to inform... Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? There. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Court phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Court? Where have I heard that name? I know. White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Ha! Alright, finally get to see what the heck this drawer is all about. There's a screwdriver sticking up out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? Huh. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap. Alright. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... You know what I mean. Oh, bellboy! Still here? Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Yes, I'm saving. No! I didn't quite mean for that to start right now. Oh man, because I need a break. Oh, I got a question for y'all before I start up again. What have y'all been thinking of this Phoenix Wright music? This is part of my Phoenix Wright music collection. I had to import this CD. This is... What is the name of this album? Phoenix Wright Meets Orchestra, I believe. I think they did a live performance of some of the songs and another set of tracks, but this is the original recording of these. Of course, you can get game soundtrack, you know, the chip tunes. But I grew up playing in band and small orchestra, so I have a deep fondness of this style. Alright. So, I am going to continue with the game. We left off right at the courtroom. Let me double check my microphone and then we will be on our way. I'm never quite sure if I'm loud enough, so again, I will do my best. Alright, ready to go. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Ooh, it's loud. I heard something on my phone. Let me turn the volume on it down. There we go. Back to court. Alright. Can I do it? We will see. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls... Wait a minute, was that the... Never mind, I'm getting everybody's lines mixed up. I need to read more clearly. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please, describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. I'm still not deciding on a voice for this dude. Okay, the body was found by this window here. And the cause of death... loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. What? Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Miss Maya Fey's arrest, cross-examination, let's go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There's no doubt about that. There were 2 people there already. the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I'll just have to take Maya's advice and press him on anything suspicious. I know what I want to press. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Present. No, I don't have anything to present. Sorry. Wait a minute. What's that? Oh, the floor plans. Okay. Let me check. Okay, so we see the window with the light coming in. Mia was here. You can't see where I'm pointing. But there is a horizontal line. You see the broken glass. You see the outline of where the light was coming in. And both women were at the horizontal line at the bottom. I don't have anything to present about that. So I'm gonna press. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about it first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written on a piece of paper. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. You don't know that. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. Alright. I don't know what to do here. I'm just gonna present the receipt and just see if it takes me anywhere. Probably not. The evidence clearly reveals, yeah, a contradiction in that statement. How exactly are that evidence and the statement now just related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Alright. She didn't write the killer's name. Fine. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer, Miss May, or I did? What the hell? I'm gonna say the killer. The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Huh. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us, what was written on the memo you found? Alright. We know obviously it was written. We know obviously that, well, what lab? Wait. Whatever, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like we actually have lab test results. But it doesn't matter, clearly. I mean, it's not needed. I'm gonna keep pressing this. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, we already went through this. Okay. Is this in the movie? Not heard of many cases. I think we're... Yep. The objection. I want proof. Wait, order! Order! Yeah. I want proof that why they say that. And yet, I'm the one who's supposed to come up with that. Oh! I see. Okay, before I give it, I'm going to hand this in. Okay, so there isn't anything else to press about. I'm supposed to find something that directly contradicts. What contradicts is when he's saying before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. According to the autopsy report, death was instantaneous. So if death was instantaneous upon hitting upon the head, there's no way that Mia could have written this note. So that's why I'm just suddenly just like, damn it, why didn't I see that earlier? Alright, let's go. Present. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying. Oh, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Let me turn the game volume a little up. There we go. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? See, the day of the murder, the day after the murder, or I forget. It was the day of the murder. No, it's the day after. It was the day after. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate, due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. But no way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, the detective's a sham, or I'm a sham. You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Alright, autopsy report is now updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw. Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee. I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And then the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Well, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony now was quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. It was 9 o'clock at night, looked out the window, and then saw a woman with long hair. The one attacking her was the mousy girl. And the woman dodged to one side and ran away. Let me press that. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack! Please, continue your testimony. But that girl, she caught up to her and, well... how did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was so small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. I question it. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Here goes that face. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss Fay?
Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, let's try it again.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination. I don't know what you're thinking, but I know what I'm thinking. Right to the clock. Come on. Clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Company?
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Company where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because either one of these is good. She couldn't have heard it, or it couldn't have rung. Neither one of these is fine. It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just have a look. As soon as you can. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow. He knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, could you prove when the clockwork was removed? I can. Impossible, of course. I have proof. But what? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... I'm gonna double check it. I think it's this, but I'm gonna check it. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so conversation transcript. Some mention the clock. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Actually, there's something I want to hold you to. It's a clock. Perfect. Back. Alright. Present. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Well, wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is a defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. A defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't working right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Hold on. What? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright? Defense, rather. Yes, I do. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, Let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Alright. Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed, made by Larry Butts. It is two of a kind, actually. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores!
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today?
Oh
my god, what the hell? Oh, wow. Wow.
What's it to you, porcupine heads? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Oh, wow. Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
It's scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you'd heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness has heard the murder weapon was a clock. The wiretap. Have a look at this.
Oh! That?
I found it in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Oh!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I am not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I'm gonna double check it before I make an ass of myself. Hold on. Yeah, it's this. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me.
Again? What's it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. that's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, it's the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping or irrelevant?
Gah, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped her phone? Huh, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious.
No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene of the murder. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does this leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. Sheesh. However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I could win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something.
Let's call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Oh, why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition: if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
Yeah, that makes no flippin' sense. Like, I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I'll accept it. Alright. I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Shoo. This is taking so much longer than I planned. Alright. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Hey, the kid with the tea set. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Alright, let's get this over with. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright. That's not a question. Alright. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How could you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. And I... The point being... them. The point being... I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Alright. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. Huh. Alright, brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then. Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then.
Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock.
Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9. Why would she be so particular about the time? You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests, sir, favored me with, an embrasseur, sir. Embrasseur? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. But why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? I'll be an ass. I'll protest. Well, wait! Please wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Huh. Check-in. Room service. Or bed making? Room service. Okay. Tell me again about a room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes. Well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Oh, well, sir, didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. That was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who, he asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, you fool! Hey, Jalen. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see the man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh! Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Wow. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Damn. Edgeworth upset is an upset Edgeworth. And the sun has gone down. Give me a minute. Part of the problem is this big old mic in my face. Alright. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! But really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? Let me turn down the music a little bit. That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you! I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued. Yes! Save! Save cleared stage data up to this point. Yes! Do not turn off the power. Saving. Nope, 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 nope. We're stopping. We're stopping. No, We are stopping. We finished a court run. No. Shoo. Give me a second here. I'm done. That was a long run. That was a longer run than I expected. I'm just saying. And I'm dizzy. I'm very dizzy from all that reading. Okay. Y'all, I'm wiped. I am extremely wiped. I want to thank y'all for coming out. I understand that there are a lot of people who are big fans of this game. I'm a big fan of this game as well. So I hope you're enjoying it. And I know I didn't do nearly as good a job today reading as I did last time. But again, I hope that those of you who did see it enjoyed it. Oh, so next week, on Tuesday, will be the continuation of Phoenix Wright. 5 o'clock p.m. CST. Also, I wish to make an announcement about more games being streamed on the channel. So, I put out a poll a few days ago asking if I should have either Dragon Quest XI or Detroit Become Human as my streaming PS4 game. I try to have one of each major platform that I use, or not platform, but one of each style. So, Final Fantasy, a retro game, which is this, PS4, kind of go hand in hand. No, I'm sorry, PC and Final Fantasy 14. But that also gives me a little bit of wiggle room if I want to just play a PC game on top of it. So my current poll results so far are to play Detroit Become Human. Just to let y'all know. I'm doing this poll on Threads, and I'm also doing this poll here on YouTube. And so far, with all of the things added up, the answer so far is Detroit Become Human. So, just letting y'all know. I'm going to let the poll continue on for a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Maybe I'll give it until Friday, so that'll be 3 more days. At which time, that will also be when we continue Final Fantasy XIV and finally straighten up the rest of the Pandemonium raids. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. If you enjoyed tonight, please check the playlist that this is contained in. Check the rest of check the last episode of this game in the Phoenix Wright playlist. Check the same playlist for future Phoenix Wright updates. If you enjoy simply having games read at you, then please check things like the Pandemonium Raid playlist as well. Because me and Ramus do all the voice acting over there as well, when it's not voice acted in the game. So if you enjoy voice acting, please subscribe to the channel, because I love stories, and people here, I know Ramus loves voice acting for stuff as well. You know, we enjoy doing this. I love stories. This is why I game, is stories. Not points, not trophies, not getting so great at everything I could, get on a leaderboard. No, I'm here for the stories. So that's what you're going to find on this channel, is a whole lot of stories or first-hand experiences on simulations, so that I can experience doing things that I normally wouldn't be able to get out of the house to do. The story and simulation channel is me. So, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I need to go help some folks in Final Fantasy, because I said I would, and they're getting ready to end a major event tonight. So I will catch y'all later. If you want to catch up with the rest of the community, please join the Discord. The link is in the channel description. And I will see you next Tuesday, and perhaps by Friday we will have the grand winner of the PS4 game. And then I will have 3 games streaming on this channel, and that'll be what we run with until we finish. So I hope y'all have a good night, and please take care. Till then.